So today's video is going to be a chatty tutorial Tuesday, and it's going to be a prom makeup tutorial. So I thought we'd do a prom makeup tutorial seeing as prom's coming up, so let's get into it. So obviously I would wear foundation, and foundations I would choose between are these two. I'm not going to wear foundation today because don't really need to, so I'm gonna, or you can just go straight in with concealer like I'm gonna do today. In terms of primers, because you want yours to stay on, makeup to stay on, go for either this one or the Wonder Glow by Charlotte Tilbury. I use a bit of primer today. This one's very hydrating. This just helps to hydrate my skin. And this one is a glowy primer. Just trying to make sure that don't plop off my nose. That just sits very spotty at the moment. It just helps make your makeup last. So I'm just putting it on where in the places that I'm going to put concealer and that need it. From sort of going for more of a glowy look, this will be. So I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me concealer and just put it under my eyes and around my nose and on my chin. These are like the places I generally go for it. So you can either use a brush like this or a brush like this, or you could use a beauty blender or whatever brush you have. I'm going to use this brush because it's just a bigger brush. I found it works sometimes so much better. Still gives that good coverage. Can also spot conceal. But my skin's pretty good, so I don't need to do any really. So I just blend it under my eyes just to get rid of all the dark circles. And the remainder concealer just goes on my nose. If I do look all the way a bit, it's because I am using a mirror to see what I'm doing, because you are a bit far away from the mirror. Obviously we want to keep our makeup lasting, so I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me powder with a powder brush, or you could use, going into here, you could use a powder puff. I personally prefer to use a powder brush. So I just put powder on the places I need it. Also do just dust a little bit over my face, just so. Thanks. Now we're going to move on to bronzer, which just helps to add a bit of colour. Makes you look a bit more tanned. So, time of filming this, I'm filming this the day that this week's Chatty Tutorial Tuesday is going up. just so it's done, filmed, ready to go. And that. So I'm just going to use blush, which is just going to be the Maybelline Cheek Heat. You can get this a bit pinkier, or you can get more of a pinky nude, or you can get purple. Never tried purple blush. Just blending it out. Sometimes I use this brush, or I use my Real Techniques blush brush. So I'm just going to go over it, the blush brush, just to blend it out a little bit more. So I'm just blending it out, then going back in with the bigger brush. Just so that blends out and doesn't look quite so stripy or clown-like. I'm going to take my Airbrush Flawless Filter Setting Spray. So it lasts, because that's the thing with prom makeup, is you want it to last. And also want to be quite glowy. So now I'm just going to go in with highlight. Like, this is the part where we start to get really sort of glowy. And then just the glow primer. But we get, if I can find a glow stick, which I found it. Just putting quite a lot on. I like it quite highlighty, but you don't have to go quite as glowy. Like, makeup looks totally customizable. Highlight my brow bone. And this works really well for highlighting your eyebrow. And then I always go in with powder on the top, so I'm just going to take my highlight brush. First, very quickly just blend it out, just so it's a bit more blent. And it's not quite as sort of stripy. Just swirling my brush around, just taking it on my face. That is a lot of highlight, like that's what you want, that's what I want sort of thing for prom. Is a glowy look. Then I'm going to take my Lid Lock eye primer and just, either you can rub it in with your finger or you can put it on a brush. Today I'm just going to put it on a brush. Avoid caking it in your lashes, like that's one thing I do find I often get a problem with, is just getting it in my lashes. So I'm just gonna spread it, make sure it's nice and even. That point you don't end up with unblended. Crinkly eyes, because that's the look you don't want. So palette time. I'm gonna be taking cookie dough and just whacking it all over my lid. Whacking it all over my lid. This is a safe palette, as you can see. Hello, you're in the view. Put that all over my lid. you can kind of see the eyeshadow building up. Side always ends up more subtle than the other. But they look pretty even on camera, so I'm going to go with that. Then just take your blending brush. Just blend out these edges a little bit, so you have a bit more of a blended crease. Then I'm gonna go into Dreams, which is this shade here, the one that's I've hit pan on. So, done my lower lash line using the shade Royal. I've also gone back in with a bit of concealer just to clean it up. So now I'm just going to quickly add some more powder, just so that stays. Now we're going to move on to the exciting part of the makeup look. The glitter. That's the best bit. I'm going to take my setting spray. This is the Barry one, it's running out. I typically use to spray my brush with. So I'm going to go for I would usually go for like a gold one, something like Love and Attraction, Affinity in this palette. But today I'm gonna go for bold just to give it a pop of colour. But I'm gonna do this as a cut crease, so I'm gonna cut my crease quick. And I'm going to try and make this as neat as possible. Trying to keep it as neat because my mat was so neat and it looked so nice. But I could have just left it as an all matte, but I want to add some shimmer. So I'm going to put the pink on the end. So that's a good pinky shimmer. Now I'm going to go in and add Empathy, this kind of more pressed glitter that kind of goes everywhere. Great, I love this glitter. See, Bond, Empathy, Forever and Love are kind of my favourites. But I do like all the glitters. Now we're going to move on to eyeliner. Just trying to find the lid to pop all the palettes back. And obviously put the lid on my setting spray before we move on to eyeliner. But you can choose any shimmers, any colours you want. Like, this is quite a customisable look. Take my setting spray. To going like everywhere. So So I'm going to take my eyeliner, just this Rimmel one. Just going to do a little wing. Gentle wing. Something like that. And something like that. Just something that's kind of subtle, kind of not. Then I'm going to go in with my gold liner on the top. This is just a collection one. Just really add something. A little bit, not a lot. So we don't want to take anything away from these shimmers. So, mascara time. So I'm going to go for this one, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes. So, just kind of brings something good together. You can choose whatever mascara you like I do use other ones, like I have Vermilion Volume Lash by L'Oreal, I have Maybelline Sky High, I have this one, and I also have Revlon Big Bad Lash. So there are drugstore mascaras that are as good as this one. Just doing it a little bit on my bottom lashes. Don't look stupid. And that's as far as I'd go, I think. But I am also going to put a coat of Million Volume Lashes just to really push them up. Not too much because this will clump your lashes together. One thing you have got to be a little bit more careful with is not clumping them together. And I just got a fat blob of mascara on my hands. So, lip time. I would either wear, with this look, I'd either wear this lipstick, this lipstick, this Maybelline Party one, the Maybelline Stay Matte Ink in the shade Dreamer. Or I'd use my favourite number 7 Shy High Gloss. And I would use a lip liner if I was going to use lipstick. So I'm just going to put this on my lips today because I'm just going to go for a nice, easy, simple gloss. Really getting into lip gloss recently. Moving away from these less, like I went through a real lipstick stage. And now I'm kind of back in the gloss stage. It's one of those things where I'd wear lipstick for ages because it was matte and it would work with wearing a mask. Then I went back to the gloss stage when we didn't need to wear masks, and now I kind of realised I have some really nice lipsticks and nice glosses, like so much nice makeup that I'm still yet to use like that. It's quite full. This plumping gloss, not that I'm going to plump my lips because that's quite painful at times. So this is the final look. Like, you can do this more neutral, more colourful. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and it gave you an idea of the makeup look. So I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.